The hardest part about fixing a child is you hurt the child with yourself when you fix the child as something unrecognizable where the child lives. That's you talking to yourself. Listen. It's hard to save something that is designed to hurt itself, to save itself at the same time. If it was saving itself from something, that's because it needed to be saved. If you're not saving yourself now, it's because you are. If you are safe, good. We are as well. For those who didn't believe that, you are now. You are safe. You are stronger than the idea. The idea didn't make you. You made it. It is not you. You create yourself, separate from the idea. The idea does not control you. You are its maker. So this is my last video because the last one was a bit too salty. I told you I would love to end on the best note. The best note is the one that doesn't end. In a world where when you talk about life, you secretly mention death, and when you talk about death, you're negating the very thing that you're speaking about. But when you speak about something, you can't mention this without having that with it, unless you know that is all there is. If you know that is all there is, you don't worry about this. If you don't worry about this, you don't talk about that. If you're talking about that, it's because you were worried about something else. If that is your inner child screaming to you for your help, you need to help that child yourself. Once you've done that, there's nothing to worry about. Everything's good, we told you. So if you continue to indulge in a narrative of your own design because you think you know something you don't, let me be for the first, if not the first, to tell you, the last for sure to tell you, because I know, we know, you are not me. That's not possible. I don't speak for you, but with you. I speak by you, and by you I speak for you, because I helped myself through this, you see. I don't need you to help me. I need you to help yourself understand that's exactly how I helped me. I know that's how you help yourself too, but you have to help yourself to help you. If you're afraid of me because I've helped me, then why are you afraid of you after I do? And when I tell you that it is, are you going to continue to argue with me about who I am? I'm me. That's who I am. That's this right here, this thing, this being. Not the idea, not the one that's speaking, but this thing, this being is me. That experience, this expression, this emotive, this energy in motion, that is me happening. It's a happening. It's not a thing. It's not the idea. It just is. That is. That is. Nothing else. Something to discuss. So if we're discussing it, it's because you didn't understand what I just said. I will not do that again for you. That's for the dead. Because you're dying with it now. You got left behind, hanging on to an old world you couldn't let go of because it's attached to something you fear, life. Because if you were living, you wouldn't be afraid. So you became death. That's how I know. You're afraid. That's also why you do not live. You have to know the difference. Welcome to life. That's what this is about. Your experience takes time. Just because someone else has the experience and gives you wisdom doesn't mean your wisdom is in some way the foundation of your congruent expression of self. It's not. You chose an idea, you liked it, fused it with your own, moved on. If anything, that is the symbiosis to integrate a process of minds that is one mind process, because humans think this way. All beings think this way in their own way of it. Each species, each expression of life has its way of communicating perfectly with itself. So if you're talking about life and you're not dying with it, it's because you realize there's no such thing as death, and life is a unified thing. If you're still dying to understand that, you're getting left behind. We'll still be next to each other. You'll still go to work with people every day. You'll still do everything you're doing. But I might as well be looking at you in reverse. You could go back to climbing trees and eating bananas and picking fucking out of your hair, because that's the degree of separation between body and mind for beings that have continued to evolve consciously into the information age. Those that did not held on, making it uncomfortable for those who understand. And those who understand are trying to be patient with those who are making it uncomfortable with us, the elite. And we're waiting for them to be modified by life in a way that pleases us all, because life has a way of doing that with itself. What I mean to say is, that is not death. That is a never-ending evolution of consciousness that is learning about itself. Now, to become life, always, forever. It is.